Hello, everyone. Welcome back once again to Shy TV. My name is Grace. I'm here with Bishop Adonteng Boateng. On this beautiful Memorial Day, we're here to have a little chat with the Bishop. Before we start, I would like to introduce Bishop Adonteng Boateng. Hello, Bishop.
Hi, wonderful Grace. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Wonderful. Long time.
Yes, it's been a while.
Thank you.
So how are you feeling today on this beautiful Memorial Day?
Memorial Day is a holiday. I'm very happy to be here with you and Elijah, Bonnie, and Faith. It's a joyful day. Thank you.
We're so glad to have you here once again today. Bishop, today I just have a few questions that I would like to ask you. We're just going to jump right into it. So my first question, I remember from a few interviews that we've done, you always say, there's one thing that you said that I would like for us to go back on, if that's okay with you. So you always say that if a woman is in love, she's a mother. And if a man is in love, he's a baby. Like, what do you mean by that?
Let me grab your microphone and talk. Thank you very much, Grace. The reason why I said if a woman is in love, she's a mother, is that, Grace, I've seen mothers carry their baby, their 1-year-old baby to their 5 months, 6 months, 6-year-old baby, boys or girls. And when mothers love their baby, their passion and their life is different. They are very aggressive, they are very defensive, they are very supportive to their babies. And in the same way, if a woman is in love, a woman marries and she wants to be successful, she has to have the heart of a mother towards the marriage or towards the husband. The husband's stomach must be her needs. The husband's welfare must be her concern. The husband's happiness must be her priority. So that as a mother to a husband, it is not because she's a mother, but she carries the heart and the character of a mother towards a husband that makes her successful. Because if mothers are treating their babies, their passion and their love and everything is different. But usually I observe from so many counseling that I have attended that certain women marry and they want to treat their husbands like he's a separate entity or different individual. But once you marry a man, you must carry the heart of a mother towards your husband, from his care, his welfare, his food, sex in the bed, everything that a mother will go out of her way to do for a baby. That is what a good wife must do for her husband. I don't know if you have any questions, many more questions. Go ahead.
Thank you so much for touching base on that one. So for my next question, African men generally believe that a man's place is not in the kitchen, but you seem to think otherwise. Why do you think that?
Grace, let me be frank with you. I am an African man. I grew up from the villages, so I am traditional. But looking at life and the changes in this world, I feel it's very, very important that, Grace, if I love a woman that I'm living with. In America, the woman goes to work, the man also works. But we still expect the same African mentality where you will come and the woman will cook the food, the woman will clean the kitchen. Most of the time, the woman has to even take care of the children and even also go to the trash to pull trash and go and throw them out. But if you really love a woman and you love the woman very well, you must also feel for the stress of this woman. Because after all that the woman will do in the kitchen and work so hard, usually a man would also expect the woman at night to have sex with him. If you feel comfortable for this stressful woman that has gone to work, she's come to the house and cook all manners of food, clean the kitchen, tidy up the house, maybe even taking care of the children, then it is necessary for you as a man to join this woman in the kitchen. While maybe she's blending the tomatoes, you can be cutting the onions. While she's working and doing stuff, you can be taking care of the children. Not just that, it is even beautiful to see yourself, your wife, cooking, you are standing by your wife, and you were taking out the trash, you're taking them out. It is just romantic to do that. This doesn't take away your ego. This doesn't change your identity unless the woman is very disrespectful. You want to hold your integrity together. Some women, because of the way they are disrespectful attitude. Certain men wouldn't like to do this. But under normal circumstances, it's just beautiful. So romantic to be in the kitchen with a husband who is helping you do things. Who is helping you. Kojo, can you go buy me eggs? Oh, yeah, he takes the car, he goes to buy you. Some man will ignore you and say, what do you mean? You don't respect it. This is not disrespect. This is just romance. So romance is not just in the bed. Romance is not just kissing, but helping a woman in the kitchen, in the house. I see that as even more romantic than anything else. How wonderful will a woman feel that she's sitting while the husband is making tea or Milo and bringing it to her to drink, or maybe doing egg for the wife to take. I wouldn't mind to go to the African store to buy stuff my wife needs. It doesn't change me. I am big. This doesn't take away my big. Whatever anybody says is their opinion. But if you really love a woman, then you should go out of your way to do what will make the woman pleased and happy. This is companionship. This is friendship. People forget that once you marry somebody, you must maintain friendship in a marriage. Friendship is where, Grace, you are able to tell your husband or your man, hey, can you go buy me onions? I need onions. There is friendship. There is bonding. This is all born to you. The most beautiful thing you can enjoy in a relationship is when there is friendship. You can run around naked before your guy. You can run around and do stupid stuff before him. He will laugh. But when there is no friendship, there is tension. There is little issues and problems. It's not healthy. Marriage is supposed to be enjoyed, not to be endured.
Thank you so much, Bishop, for that insight. Moving on, there's a lot of people date, and most of the time, a lot of men they're not sure about when is the right time to put a ring on it during dating. Can you please elaborate on that for us?
Grace, when you're dating a man, it's your game to lose. Men don't lose when we're dating. I just want to make this point very clear. When a man and a woman are dating, it is the girl's game to lose. Why am I saying that? Certain people date women for a long time, sometimes 2-3 years. At the end, the man breaks away. Tomorrow you see him with another woman. There's a possibility of you finding another guy. He might also come and play you many more years and go. So usually when a man and a woman are dating, it is always the woman's game for the man to propose quickly for them to establish relationship. But this is the problem we're facing. If a guy comes, if I'm using you as an example because you're a woman, if a guy comes and dating you, if the guy is smart and he really has a family to support him well, the guy must know you and know the background of your family before he ever decides to want to put a ring on your finger. Because if you go to buy a house, Grace, you will sign so many documents. If you want to go buy a brand new car, you will sign so many documents. One of the things we sign up for, and there are no manuals, there are no directives, and nothing, is marriage. People just go to the courthouse or do ceremonies, spend so much time on the cake. They spend so much time on the events and the parties and the dresses to wear, but we don't really talk about one of the lifetime commitments in life, that is the marriage. So, Grace, it is important before any guy decides to put a ring on a woman's finger to take your time and really get to know the girl well. A woman who don't respect you, you don't want to worry her by allowing her to marry you. First of all, so one of the first things, you can't say that this woman loves me so much, so I'm going to marry her. Men don't appreciate love, we appreciate respect. Men do not appreciate love, we appreciate respect. And a lot of time also, love fades. But if the respect is there, if the character of respect is there, it stays forever. So before you ever commit yourself to marrying a woman, don't say that the girl loves me. Love fades away over time, It is the bonds of friendship that maintains the relationship and it keeps it all the time. So, one of the first things you should look out for is the respect. After the respect, what type of family are you going to join? Grace, there are certain families you might be the most greatest man and the blessed man. If you don't investigate to enter the family, you go there and they will not respect you. It is sad, we Africans, if you want to marry a girl, you are not just marrying the lady, you are marrying her whole family. If the family are very disrespectful people, and you go in, or there are issues in the family you don't know, that could also hurt you. You must make sure you know the family very well. They must accept you as you are. They must appreciate you as you are. Then it's also a point to go into marriage. Grace, today time has changed. In the past, if you want to marry, you really don't want to worry about what the woman is bringing to the table. But now life is changed. Women are working, men are working. If you want to marry, want to put a ring on any woman's finger, make sure you know what she's bringing to the table. Sometimes it is not her career, but what wisdom she carries. Some women are illiterate. They've never been to school, but Grace, they have wisdom. They will take their time and direct their husbands, direct their spouses. And a woman like that, she's gold. She's like pure gold because she will support you from the grounds up and she will put you up. So if you want to marry, these are a few things. And you must make sure the woman you're going to marry, she has character. Because if she has no character, she is bound to fail. After you marry people for a while, so many things come up. And one of the things you will enjoy is a woman that is built with a good character. She stays forever. So before you put a ring on any woman's finger, these are the things I wish that men will look out for. Grace, I hope all this time I'm saying you ask me some also for the ladies too, because ladies get angry that I keep on bashing them, but this is only the truth. Maybe you should throw the other question for the woman too so I could answer you. Go ahead.
So, Bishop, just to segue from, you talked about how it's so important for the man to know the type of family you're marrying into. So just going based off that, what should be the relationship between a mother-in-law and a daughter-in-law? Can you tell us about that?
Grace, a mother-in-law, right? Under normal circumstances, is also a mother, but the connection is not blood. The connection is the law of marriage. So, under normal circumstances, if you are married to a guy, the guy's mother automatically must see you as a daughter. But she didn't raise you. She didn't bring you up. But the son is falling in love with you and the son is married to you. That is why she's a mother-in-law. Most of the problems mothers-in-laws are facing, or wives are facing with mothers-in-law, is that, yes, the mother has raised her son, taken him to school, maybe made him something, made him great. And now he's a man fool enough, he wants to marry a woman. The mother-in-law comes into the house and realizes that the lady is very disrespectful, the lady is not treating the son right. Oh my God, my son I raised so much. My son, I have lived my life to do all this for. Look at how it is natural for the mother to be angry with this woman her son is taking. But to bring comfort, to make the marriage work, to make the home peaceful, usually I personally will advise mothers-in-law to switch from the law aspect and begin to take the woman also as her daughter. She was raised differently. She doesn't know how to cook. A mother-in-law must switch up and begin not to accuse her, attack her, begin to call her names. Now she's in the house. She's trying to cook for her own son. She's trying to take the place I take authority. It's going to bring a lot of conflict and broken homes. Usually, most of the women call their mothers-in-law witches and demons. I'm a pastor, so people call me a lot, complaining that their husbands' mothers are witches and wizards. It is not usually so, but it's just conflict and misunderstanding that leads to that. The mother-in-law is aggressively protecting her son she's raised, taken to school and brought up to this level. You, this woman, you are coming to, it's like, look at how you're treating him. You're trying to disrespect him. It is natural. It is up to the mother if she wants her son's marriage to be successful to switch and take the young lady that the son is married as her own daughter. What her mother failed to teach her, if you can take your time and begin to teach her. Young lady, I like the food you cook for my son. But my son, when I was raising him, which she might not even know, I used to cook this way for him. I see that my son has lost weight. Because usually a lot of mothers-in-law, they look at it, they come and see their son, oh my God, Kwame, why have you lost so much weight? Automatically, it's the wife that they're going to blame. On Sheni, on Tritini. Take this girl to the kitchen and say, this is how I raised my son. This is how I fed my son. Put a soup like this. Begin to teach her, but in a very family tone. Not accusing and prosecuting and condemning, pointing fingers. But you're trying to make your son to be happy at home. Adjoa, I overheard you talking to your husband. If you want your marriage to be successful, don't talk to men like that. This in English, I will tell them later, but the point I'm trying to raise over there is that, Grace, if a woman is in marriage and she's argumentative, she's hardcore, she want to be strong, she want to be the one wearing the pants in the house. Usually, if the man is stubborn like me, I will fight you all my life. And people will not understand why the man is fighting, because no man wants a woman to be the authority in the house. It is nature that puts men on top. So you know what? Advise your daughter-in-law. Don't be talking to your husband like that. If you are men, our ears are very hard. Grace, something simple a wife will tell her husband, he will say no. Nikwe will tell the husband will agree. You know why? Because sometimes the way the women present the statement, even in their natural tone, the men feel like you are trying to be my boss or you're trying to direct me. He won't take it. But if the mother-in-law will also teach this daughter, if I see that you're having an argument with your husband, easy up. Take your time. At a good time, if he doesn't understand, go back to him and work it. This means that you're helping your daughter-in-law, and you, the mother, to establish a home. In future, when you're not there, your son will enjoy all the time. So many mothers-in-laws have broken their son's marriage. So many mothers-in-laws. And then they begin to work. Now, I know a mother-in-law that was telling a son that, hey, your ex-girlfriend called me. She's looking so beautiful. Indirectly, when you're talking to your son like this, you are telling your son to begin to go chase. And I know even mothers also who even do the same thing to their daughters. Their daughters are married, but they talk about their daughters' ex-boyfriends with them. It is a no. You see, when people marry, marriage is a commitment of blood. Because the commitment of blood, if you cause anybody to cry, anybody to be worried, and because of you, Grace, I am suffering in my house, get ready. Consequences spiritually and physically shall come upon you. So when people marry, marriage is not just signing up things. The moment we have intercourse of sex, we have established a blood covenant between us from the day we did that. Because from the day we did that, we have established blood covenant. If you come, that is why the Bible says what God has put together, let no man put asunder. The reason is that the moment they bond together, if you go to put it asunder or be a hindrance, be the mother-in-law that is fighting the marriage, consequences will come upon you, either you or your children, your sons or your daughter. So I would advise all mothers-in-laws that are fighting their sons, wives, and things not to do that. Be a blender. Go help blend it together. Because there are so many times, Grace, people, mothers-in-law come from Africa. They come to America and they come and break their son's marriage. I know certain mothers-in-law also who come and they break their daughter's marriage, which is very, very bad. At the end of the day, they call them all kinds of names. It's not good.
Thank you so much, Bishop. Whilst we're on the topic of marriage, there's this lady who she got married with her husband. They were having some difficulties, so the husband had to live with her parents. And her mother ended up treating the man so poorly, so the marriage was dissolved. And whilst he was also looking, he happened to find a lady from that same family. And now the ex-wife, she feels like the husband has betrayed her by going for somebody from her family. Like, what advice do you have for such women?
Okay, first of all, Grace, for life to break this man down to go live with his wife's family. It is not a good thing at all to ever go live for any reason or circumstances with your wife's family. Some of the family, if you go live with them, they might also take you as one of their sons. They will honor you and respect you. But even that, after some time, you will lose no matter who you are, you will lose some of your respect. Especially if you don't have a job, life is broken down like that. Unfortunately for him to go live in the house, but living there also, the wife's mother who treated this guy so bad, if she has sons, I guess she will never be happy that her son's mother-in-law will ever disrespect the guy like that. A mother-in-law, under no circumstances, should disrespect any son-in-law. No matter how broken, poor, however bad life gets, a mother-in-law, under no circumstances, should ever should disrespect a son-in-law. So when a mother-in-law disrespects a son-in-law by mistreating him like that in the house, disrespecting him in the house, I guess maybe the guy, life is broken down, but he's still good. You see, money doesn't make marriage. Money doesn't make great man. Character matters. Character matters a lot. Nikwe might be here, he doesn't have $1 million, but his character of loyalty, of discipline, of respect, people observe, people see, people like it. So while the guy was living with his wife's mother, and his wife's mother was disrespecting him, insulting him, abusing him, I guess the other girl that he's married to now, I guess the parents were also watching. They were observing. I don't know yenisa. Mami di onyo. I don't know yenisa. Or did not say nothing. Grace, from the day the marriage broke up, strangely, I don't know why God did that, Grace. Every man you see out there, there's 100,000 men. That is up to only one man. Strangely. I guess maybe God did so that life, there will be somebody high and there will be somebody low. Or demand and supply. You know the economy of the supply and demand, yeah. So that the supply of men is limited to the supply of women. There's so many women. So the moment you're treating this guy, and now the guy gets tired and the marriage breaks up. Somebody's daughter, who is also a medical doctor, somebody's daughter, who is also a nurse, so many of them with all kinds of faces and shapes and characters, they are single. And then you are saying he went and married another relative. If they will accept him, once the marriage is broke up, and he goes and find, and these people will accept him, and they will respect him, and they will honor him, the other girl should also go and look for another husband to respect. I cannot blame such a person. So they cannot blame the relative who has taken this guy as a, and from what you're saying, they are treating the guy very well. And some of the women are married or families get a man, and for when they are poor and they feel they are higher than them, they want to look down upon them and disrespect them. Bema dia fumbi any. This will be a quadrofo. Bema one pair juma. Bema ya kronfo. Bema ya widini. Bema ya rapist. Sanko fono any dia yempe. But bema dia grace. Fumbi any. Obetimi ya juma. 8 minutes obana nanti abobra. Sene obana prince no wa prince de abadia. Abusuani jitum. Enya yento ebo asenye ni ye mane nye ye. But yento to bema ase. Bema de ena ebiase nso ade a wo mpese obede be ya oba bema no. Ema wo baba nkofa obema mefie na wa betoto na ase. Me sure say mami or ba mema. Pese obi ya o mema basabasa. Ema wo baba nkofa bema mefie. Na wo bebu nanim tia. E wo sa wo mama no feri bema no. So he enti no ama na betena fie ho. Na so wo ma na aduane dia. Bompa ma na hye ne den se krache ebe yi adwo bo ukunu fampa bota na chi. Na chi ebia na wo so abo abrewa. Na bema ohiani ya na o ye shoemaker. No che no so akoye sikani a. Wa ba abro ba na kase me maame betena e jo so kofa na bra me so me maame no no. Aha bate bia na ye ma wo na o ye bema na basa. O che obi ni mo brempo ahyase. Obi ni mo brempo ahyase se oba ba kofa bema be fie na ohianti bema na betena wo nchen a. Obeye ne sa o house boy. So on be wufufu on maid servant ngo wufufu. Ye nyesa. Aha nti se bema na oba fufura afa. Aha lumba to nyum bi. Emo betimi akai. Oba bia to me so bo. We jam obi abefa. Ahumia oso akrai wonyo. Entuni me shramo ema amuntie me. Se nyame boa na o mamukunu a. Emema na mo yenyina ye enyo mimi tia me osofo. Oni mi tia nko bon se me sumo problem de bre me nye. Ni kwe oya the most loyal person onye. Emema sa na yetie. Enti se nyame ye wadom na se sister when ye kunu a asantifo homachichemu eduesia miensa yimu mienu osisi wenye bia so mu yie na kunu pa ehu ena me say osi se wenye bia so mu yie na kunu pa ho ena enti maami a yese obaba akọware a bema na hye ase na wabetena ofie na ye bema na tantan de ama ware na guo se wo ba no enya bema no obenya bema foforo wegya no onye bi bema nsu koye wakofo wa wabusuani na wasan ware no ene agigi bema esiso gu na no onsa ade a wo mpe no obi pe de aba no no de esie no no me da se nyame hyiram.
Thank you so much, Bishop. That was very, very insightful, and I'm pretty sure our viewers are enjoying it so far. Bishop, before we let you go, I know it's a holiday, you want to go home and spend time with your family, but we have one last question. There are a lot of negative people in this world, and a lot of people don't know how to deal with negative people in their lives. How do you personally deal with negative people in your life?
Grace, life is full of negative people and positive people. But let me just dwell on the negative people for now. Negative people always feel that every solution is a problem. Negative people will never encourage you to ever advance in life. Negative people always feel that there is nowhere else for you to go. They will gossip about you. They will trash you as much as they can trash anybody. Because negative people don't see any good thing coming out of you. If there's a negative person in your life, if you're not a very strong person, you will never be able to advance. Because they will tell you where you are, stay right there. They will tell you don't need to waste your time doing anything else because you are already a failure and a loser. I personally, I have grown to the place where I pay no mind to any negative person. I deal with millions of them every day through ministry. I don't spend my time on them. I don't deal with them. Because God created a tortoise and the same God created the horse. But at the end, everybody will get to their destination somehow. God created the tortoise and God created the horse. But at the end, everybody will get to their destination somehow. But if there's a negative person in your life, even if you are the horse, they will always point their finger to you as a tortoise that you will never get to your destination. You must know yourself. You must have your vision. You must know your MO. My MO is to be the greatest person that Africa has never seen. I haven't gotten there yet. My MO is to do something that nobody has done in my family. My MO is to achieve the best things life can offer me. If I have to pay mind to negative people, every failure they will count it. Every falling they will count it. But life falling and failing in life is inevitable. If you don't know yourself and don't know where you're going, negative people will always call you a tortoise and a tortoise and a tortoise. But surely the tortoise will get to their destination somehow. Block your mind to negative people. Concentrate on the best you can be in life. Achieve it. Win it. Fight on. Fail, fail, fail. Failure is not your definition. You will win. Don't pay any attention to negative people. Once you know they are negative, be the best positive you can be. And that is how you make it in life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bishop, for sitting with us once again. We just want to say we appreciate everything that you said to us, and I'm pretty sure all our viewers are also listening with a good ear, and we're all going to apply it to our lives. Before we go, Bishop, do you have any last thing you would like to say to everybody that's watching right now?
I want to thank Elijah Boni Nikwe. If your wife is watching from Ghana, Mrs. Nikwe, we appreciate you. We love you. And Grace Sapon, my daughter, God bless you. Faith Wilson, God bless you. Man, Lizzie is not here on this Memorial Day. We appreciate you. My family, my wife and children, I want to appreciate them. All the church members and the divine members across the globe. We love you. We appreciate you. And all my loved ones and my fans that are there, that are watching, that are sharing things on TikTok and all the places. Get ready. I'm bringing you more content. And I'm coming to where you are as much as I can. I love you and God bless you. We really do appreciate you. And thank you for supporting us. This is Bishop Adonteng Boateng. Thank you.